welcome to another edition of KitSZN. We know there's a lot of things going on tonight. We got the Men's World Cup going on, plus we got USL all over the place across League Two, W, and we appreciate tuning in with us here tonight. And hopefully we'll be a little brief. So, Fox, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been a good week. Went to Branson. I was sick half the time, so that's fun.
Oh,
I
that's fun.
I'm not allowed to travel, apparently. I went to Kentucky, got sick. Went to Branson, got sick. So
I guess I can't come there, so then I would sick because it would be an inverse curse. But Frank's here just so he won't get fined. And happy Men's
had the
World Cup
World
Day.
Cup Day, y'all.
La Copa Mundial. I love this time. I always love saying that. Yeah. So before we get started here tonight, obviously we had to thank our lovely patrons for allowing us to do what we do and talk kits with you beautiful see now yeah see Fox, you're gonna everybody
Uh,
you're gonna everybody said somehow, so it's good
I
job.
literally just messaged him like 2 seconds ago while
Good
the
job.
song was ending.
Good job. So yeah, but tonight we're here to talk about some Cascadian kits up in the Pacific Northwest. On a quest to the Pacific Northwest here, and we're gonna start diving into what I'm saying is going to be it's one of the underrated soccer kit areas of the nation. I think from
It
MLS down to the amateur level, there is just some creativity brewing up there.
it goes hard out there. Like there's so much soccer out in this area that you didn't. I know I read his comment too. That you just don't see too much of it. Like it doesn't feel like it's there, but then you see how many teams are out there and how much creativity they put and they put into their kits. It's beautiful.
I
You're
love
gonna
it.
see these names. I feel like you're
Yeah,
gonna see some of these kits like out in Europe or something like that.
yeah, and especially out here during the World Cup, there because Seattle is hosting matches. You're going to see all these teams kits all over the city because I already know these are really good.
Sorry, that just reminded me. I know what kit I'm gonna wear to the Cup
Good shit.
next next Saturday, finally. So
Oh, there you
because
go.
so it's Curacao versus Ecuador. Both
Nice.
teams are like blue and yellow, like blue
Yes.
and gold, both of them. And I just recently found the Louisville City blue kit, the one-time worn kit. I'm like, perfect. I will wear a Louisville City blue kit, black and blue.
I have more information on what I'll be wearing to my World Cup game here later on the as we progress here in the month. So
I'm
good
excited.
job being a very neutral there with
Yeah,
the
well,
new kit choice.
I'm just hoping everybody has fun, and I'm ready for the Curacao vibes.
I honestly really enjoyed their kit, but that is for a different video. We'll dive into all the good kits across the World Cup from Curacao to South Africa to the Chechias in between. So, but that's not why we're here. We are here to talk Cascadian. And up first, we're going to look at the Lilac kit from Spokane Velocity. And I will note it is different than the Lilac kit that the now RIP Zephyr has released. Because this is not in the store. Oh, it didn't really do it. There we go. So yeah, that is the Lilac kit. And just to understand my slight frustration with this kit is that this kit exists nowhere.
Not
Not
available.
it was on like one kit, like one night, some posts. That's it. No mention of it like anywhere. Not on the store, not on this. So they put all that effort into that video, and this is what we got. So I wish they did stuff with
Yeah,
it, but that is
honestly,
what it
a lot
is.
of effort into the video, a lot of effort into the kit.
I don't know. It's It's interesting. So, uh, but yeah, so this kit here, honestly, it's kind of a break of tradition for them. I think this entire season has been a break of tradition from the velocity in their in their time right now with Capelli. I think they've definitely decided to branch out a little bit in the kitchen. I think they have either realized the untapped potential, besides this not being able to be sold, um, in the sales in the kit game. And I think they are a perfect example of a club that needs to utilize that a little bit more. And you've noticed that a little bit more this season.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that they didn't just keep coming out with the stripes. I don't know Ethan, what they call them, the vertical stripes.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah, the
though
crust implanted kit, basically.
yeah, exactly. I like that they were doing like with holding out for their team and all that good stuff. But it was like, all right, well, here's the velocity kit again. Oh, this time they have skinnier ones or something. There's
Right.
just nothing special about them.
No.
But I like that they're branching out. Capelli's doing a great job with them.
Yeah, I would say so as well. And that's why, when you look at their story here from us, I think you generally get we respect what was done here. The I enjoyed it. I think that's from my perspective, a lilac purple isn't something you see much across the USL. You tend to see either like a royal purple, like such as Blue City. You even see it with Rally Madison, even though they have a little bit of accents of the purple, but you traditionally see more of the darker shades of like a purple. This is more of a gentle color, which you tend to see with like some of the other ones, like Flower City, but it's not common. And I really appreciate it. That's also it's on the men's side. I think that is
exactly. I was about to say, like, usually you might see this in a W or in a super, but I appreciate that this is not a W or a super.
correct. And even for that, Frank, I think they tend to even have a darker purple as well. The purple with gold.
Orlando's was this essentially the same as Louisville's,
or with the purple with the light blue. So I like this. This is nice, but I think aesthetically for me, this is just a mid 3 for me. I don't think anything really stands out aesthetically because of just how it overall looks to me. I think the purple, I as much as I do like that they used it, it seems a little too subtle with everything with it. And it almost makes it too busy, but also not much going on. So aesthetically, I give it a 3. I like that they were, no, I'm changing this. I don't think that is that. So I'm gonna do a boom. So I changed my score. Yes, I'm professional here. I gave this a 2 for authenticity tradition. Yes, I know they're trying to do something with the undertone graphics underneath this kit, but the kit doesn't tell the story as to why it's called the Lilac kit. It's showing a river on their kit, and
is it the Lilac River?
I don't think it is.
I don't know.
As far as I am aware of, it is not the Lilac River, and I think outside of that, I think that is like if you're going to call it the Lilac, it's called the Lilac City. That's the nickname, but like it's just a color in this case, and I think this kit fails to kind of tell me as to why it's that, and I think that's where that disconnected is for me. So it's a 2 from authenticity and tradition, and I gave it a 4 for visual details and execution. I think I say that it might be a little bit cluttered, but it's also quite detailed, and they kind of cancel each other out just a little bit on the edge for the detailing. So I give it a 4 there, and the innovation impact, because it isn't their traditional mold, I give it a 4 here. And because this isn't something that I wish it was sold. It's this year's kits are something you won't see again because of what, or at least it seems like you won't see again based off the previous seasons, and I think that is special for fans. So for me, it's a 3.25 overall.
Nice. Now, I honestly, I really like this kit. Design and aesthetics, I kind of agree with you. Like, it's kind of plain when you first look at it, and just from it, like if you're just looking at this picture, it kind of just looks like almost like a purple white,
Yeah.
less lilac, but
Mhm.
more like a whitish purple tint shirt. So it only got a 4 from me, but like it still looks nice. Authenticity and tradition, I kind of went the opposite way. Like, you know, they call it the Lilac City. They went with the lilac purple jersey, but then had the river going through the kit itself. Like it's really trying to, maybe it's calling out too many things at the same time. And I can understand what you're saying, but at least they're trying to call something out, because they
Maybe.
could have just said, here's the lilac jersey and just made a purple shirt. So, you know, they put the details in there. And then, of course, visual details execution, I gave a 5 for that. Same thing you were saying, but I just gave it a 5 because I thought the details were really cool going throughout it. I thought everything looks really nice. And then innovation and impact, I agree with you 100%. I gave a 4 because I believe that I love how innovative that they are trying to be.
Yeah.
This looks a lot more impactful than what they've been in the past. And I want to see more of this effort put forth by Spokane.
Yep. Totally agree. So from us, it's a 3.88. Pretty solid kit, I think, for Spokane. I think this is definitely something that a lot of people will really enjoy for all the different reasons. And
If they can buy it.
if you could buy it, which leads us, to the kit value being nothing because it's
Right.
not available, or it could be priceless. However you want to say it, it's not
Ah.
applicable to our scale here. So we rather is we'd rather this. I do like how this looks on the field. I think it stands out for them,
Yeah, honestly,
but
like I
I
wouldn't
think
mind
they
having
missed
it.
their shot slightly. I think to your point, they tried to do a little bit too much, but it did turn out awful. Yeah, lucky in that.
Yeah, I hear you.
And so up next, we're gonna stay up in that region, but we're gonna stay in state, but we're gonna head to our friends at West Seattle, the roadies here, and we're gonna check out the Diamond Kit. Now, let me pop this one up here. Now, as a thing before we dive into the kits, we said this in our interview with Jessica, that these kits are special not just for what stories they're trying to tell and trying to reflect, but also if you see on every front left of the kit, you see the Mia Hammett memorial like patch spot put onto every
With the
single
ribbon.
kit. Ribbon, thank you.
Yeah.
For her battle with cancer and all that, and her unfortunate death. So I love how they're carrying that on. And honestly, out of all their kits, their goalkeeper kits are probably one of my favorites with the color combinations of black with the orange nose. So I wanted that full disclosure to those and to that piece that is very important to the community of West Seattle.
Yeah, definitely. If you have a chance, pick up any of these kits and
Yes,
carry on that story.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I think this kit, it's called the Diamond Kit, and I personally want to say because it reflects each person's personality, and I think it's supposed to be a reflection of who we are. And so this kit, while it is doing that, and it does look like a mirror, I'm gonna just dive right into my store.
Yeah.
I think this kit. Let me phrase this. I really enjoyed this kit, but it doesn't rate well because I think for the fact this one is a perfect prototype example of something where you could fit it with a pair of jeans. You could wear this with like a nice pair of khakis. You'd even wear this with like pajama pants, and I think you would still be fine in this kit. That doesn't always fit what I consider to be always the most aesthetically pleasing or creative, if that makes sense. So I think the 3 here is fine, is what I gave this, as well as the authenticity and tradition. I gave it a 3. I almost thought about giving it a 4 due to the fact that this was something that they have kind of done, 2 seasons with the roadies. It's kind of been their home kit, being that white with like a little bit of like that gloss, almost of like the 1990s, I think, Dutch kit. So
Yeah, the Dutch. Yeah.
so I do appreciate that. I will say I did give this a 4 for details and execution. Um, while it's lacking all the details that I always love to dive into, I do appreciate the details that were put into it. So, like that diamond gloss look, I think was well done. It looks phenomenal, and then also I love the collar, shine bright, reflection like diamonds and all that. And I think overall, this is just a very clean look from top to bottom, and I think that was well thought out. So I gave that a 4. And innovation and impact, I gave it a 3. I think this one is solid, but honestly, I prefer the goalkeeper ones, and that also includes the blue, which I think were the green on green, which again we're not rating. So I
Right.
really appreciate these, and for me it's a 3.25.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. You called it out before I was going to say it. Like, literally, I was going to say, I'm going to agree with Frank here and say Austin obviously killing it again. Uh, everything out in West Seattle always looks sharp.
Yes.
Design and aesthetics, like if I see someone walking down with this kit, I'm like, oh, that's a nice looking kit. Like if I see anybody with soccer shirts on, that's not just a St. Louis City shirt,
Yeah.
I'll still give them like, hey, go City. But like, I expect to see those here in St. Louis. Like I'm over here walking around with a Liga MX shirt. So if anybody like looks at me like, oh, okay, uh, I expect to hear something, and I would definitely say something if I saw this kit. So
Right.
it's a 4 for me. It is aesthetically pleasing. It is a nice looking shirt. You're going to look sharp in it. Um, authenticity and tradition. That's where I kind of felt lacking in it. I see what you're saying with maybe I could bump it up to a 3, but I did give it a 2 because this honestly, it's not, but it's so nice looking. This could just be a template kit, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like this could be the first one of a new diamond template that Equip decides to start putting out. I know
Like
Equip would
it's
never
that
do that.
clean look, right? It's
Yeah,
that clean look to it.
exactly. It's that clean classic look. It's one of those things. It's like, yeah, if your team wants stripes, it's not necessarily going to look, you know, authentic to the city or special or anything like that. Maybe traditional, but so if they keep up this diamond look, that tradition part's going to start
Yeah.
rising up.
Okay.
Uh, but for right now, to me, it's a nice, clean, classic look, but it's not necessarily something that just shouts roadies to me, or even like West Seattle.
Fair.
Visual details and execution, on the other hand, though, I gave a 4. I think everything hit perfectly well. Everything fit perfectly well. Even the way they cut off at the sleeves and stuff like that, everything just looks really nice. Executed great. So that was a 4. And then innovation and impact, I did give a 2. I want to give more impact for just the ribbon, but all of them have the ribbon, so I can't give that too much specialty.
Right.
But because that means a lot to me as somebody who's lost close family members and close friends to different cancers throughout. Um, I love that they're doing that. So there is a lot of impact with that.
Mm-hmm.
But for this kit, it's just a nice looking shirt at this point. Again,
Okay.
I really like it. I think you should buy it. But I mean, it's a 3 from me total.
Yeah. Okay, with Bottas 3 and my 3.25, this is a 3.13. And I think where this kit really kind of shines is in its kit value.
Mm-hmm.
And for this diamond kit here, we have a very nice score of a 41.67. Basically, you can't go wrong if you get this
Yeah.
for its kit value. At $75 for an adult and 45 as a youth. You can't go wrong. It's affordable in this economy with for kits, and I think it looks good. You're not gonna go wrong getting this.
No, and honestly, equipped shirts are really nice to just like work out in. I found
Yeah,
out. I've been trying out different shirts to work out in if you're new to the show, and equipped ones are actually really nice. I actually wore a polo too, and I was like, I'm gonna see what the players think. Like,
yeah.
gonna run for like 3 miles in a polo, and it felt fine.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Look
no
at
extra rubbing or anything. Like this old Reebok one, this would be super uncomfortable to run in.
that.
Gets all the thick stitching and everything.
So yeah, look at that.
So
Tested by
we need to
us.
start if hey, companies, start sending us your shirts so we can try them out and work out, and that'll be another thing on there.
Maybe. Maybe one day. But what I will tell you is not a maybe is the next kit. And we're going to stick with the roadies here. But we're going to go into what I actually really enjoy, and that is the west
It's an
side.
illness.
That is the west side kit
West
here
side?
from the roadies. And I actually, so I like this one better. And I'll tell you why. I always say I'm a sucker for a white kit. If you know me, I like a good white. I think it goes with everything. It's pretty good. But also, I noticed my closet. I also really do like pink.
Yeah, you're a pink
Especially this.
sucker. Me too.
Yeah,
But
this is a bright fluorescent, not fluorescent, but like a magenta pink, and that just stands out, and I love that. And so yeah, I really enjoy this kit, and I like what kind of it's subtle, simple, but I still think there's more to this underneath it. Which I'll let Fox, if you want to go with your
yeah,
your thoughts and
I'll
your
jump
scores
in
of
first.
that.
I also really enjoy this kit. I like the waves kind of throughout it. I like the W's that make the west side. And this is like a pink Charlie Brown kit. Oh goodness, Frank. Shout out to Frank for that.
Good
Uh,
stuff.
but I see what he's saying too. If it was black and yellow,
What's up, dude?
yeah, west side. Uh, but on the other hand, to me, it is kind of it is a plain, simple geometric shape. It's just the zigzags kind of going throughout the stripes. Uh, I like how many are there though. If you can't see, definitely look on their website.
Yeah,
Um, there's a lot more of the stripes going through it besides just the big bold white ones. There's like an undertone. There we go. That has like the kind of a lighter pink going through a darker pink. So it's making a lot more of those lines throughout it, but it is a very simple design. Almost everything I said about the last one, I could say about this one. It's very cool looking. It's very nice looking. I'm going to compliment you if you're wearing this, but you could take that roadies patch off and put a different team on, and it would have the same meaning.
hmm
So, and the only score difference for me was actually the visual details. I actually gave it 3 for this one. I just felt like there was just a little bit less because it was just purely the same W kind of going
yeah.
through. Honestly, I probably could have gave it the same score, uh, but it's just I like the color more. Like honestly, if I was to buy one of them, I would buy this one first. But score wise, I think the diamond was just that much better.
Okay.
But so I mean, it's a 275 for me. I still like it a lot. It's
See,
just it's okay.
for me, I really enjoyed this aesthetic. I give it a solid 4. I think the pink just looks so good. Everything about this kit, from top to bottom, just feels better, and I really like how it was packaged. And I think so aesthetically, I give it a solid 4 there. When it comes to authentic tradition, to your point, it's a 3. This doesn't scream West Seattle specifically. Um, and so
It
I
screams Whataburger.
kind of does. And but what I will say is that I did this a 5. I for when it comes to details and execution, because I think this kit was very well done and put together. I think that part is knocked out. Like nailed it. I love the V's with the detail underneath it. I think that's a really clever pattern, and I'm glad that it got used again in a third kit, which we'll talk about in a later episode. But I really like what was done here with that layering. I think you can see that separation, and it creates a bit of a pattern that kind of it almost like it's upward moving, and I really enjoyed that. I enjoy how it came out aesthetically and the details over on the institutions. I did that a 5, and I think the impact because of how bold the color is and just how it contrasts with the diamond kit. I did add a 4. So for me across the board, it's a 4. I really enjoyed this one. Bots is 275. We did a very good 3.38. And when it comes to its tip value, though, as we said, it's $55, $75. Sorry for the adult.
55. Oh my god,
I know it's even better value.
Buy
It
them now.
is a very good 45 kit value. You're not going to go wrong with this kit at all. This thing's really sharp. It looks good, and we think you would like it based off the scores.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think any collector would enjoy this. I think any buyer, like you will get compliments just walking the street.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad about this kit. Just ratings wise, the way this rating works, it's that a lot of times it could be lower scores based on, for lack of better words, simplicity.
Yeah.
And that's just what it came down to for me.
Okay.
I would still buy it. I still really like it a lot.
Hey, I always say basically anything above a 2.5 is buyable. That's usually something that most people would buy, would be anything above 2.5.
Yeah.
That's generally how I view it. Just 2.5 is the middle of the road. And that usually is for most people, hell, even a 2 if it's on sale. I think most people would buy a kit. So
yeah, if it's on sale,
that's what I'm saying. So I like that from the roadies. We'll definitely be visiting y'all back here for a 4th of July edition for your 3rd kit.
Yeah.
So you'll be seeing the roadies once again. So we do appreciate what was put into this West Side kit. Now, as Frank already kind of alluded to,
I know.
We're going to
$5.
hit up a USLW rival there of West Seattle, and we're going to hit to a different neighborhood area of Seattle, and we're going to hit up Ballard, or on the women's side, Salmon Bay. And this is the imprints of intent kit. Now, this one is, so what's with this one? You get the foliage that is common amongst, Pacific Northwest and the many forests and acreage of just nature you got up there in the region.
Nature.
And I think this picture really kind of solidifies it. There's literally trees all around. It's kind of
somebody's yard.
Yeah. So this thing's all about the details, but also it has a unique color palette that reminds me of a lot of the colors used in Salmon Bay Crest. So I think that was a clever little tie-in there.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the almost tree imprints that was put on here.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to my pine trees back home. Kind of gives me a little bit of love from Christmas time. And it's just a nice looking shirt. Like I feel like I can wear this on the beach. I can wear this in the woods.
Yeah.
Like it's just a very cool kit.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, and that's why
the collar is interesting too. I know it's not one of our typical favorite collars, but I like that it's a little bit different.
Yeah, and I think Frank here kind of, maybe not exactly here, but I think kind of gets my gist. I don't like this as much as last season's Forest, but it feels like one of those closer you get, the more details you see. And I think that is one of those things that I think it's definitely eye-catching. And it is, you know what? I'll let you talk, Fox, because I think you enjoyed the kit more than I did. So
yeah, I really liked it. I mean, you can see it in the scores. I really like this kit. Design and aesthetics, that's a 5 from me, dog. Like like if someone's walking around like, whoa, where'd you get that shirt? Let me see that. Who's like, I'll be asking questions real quick, like, who's Salmon Bay? Where's that at? Oh, dope. Like I'm gonna be learning about this team because of this kit. Um, Authenticity and tradition. I actually did only give it 3 because I like when they're like, and there's nature. I'm like, ah, cool. Like I have nature outside. Like unless there's some
Fair.
very specific like forest or very specific tree or very specific thing that's close to them. Like their badge is very naturey too. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So for that reason, like again, I could take that badge off and put a different badge on. This could be a Bigfoot FC shirt. This could be a Forest Green Rovers shirt. Like, I, besides the fact that they usually go with zebras and cheetahs and stuff like that, this could easily
Yeah.
be a Forest Green Rovers shirt. Uh, but it's still really like this shirt. So that was a 3 from me. Visual details and execution, clearly a 5 because it's executed perfectly. I can't like, there's nothing I could say that like, oh, maybe we can tweak this or tweak that to make it more cool looking, more detailed. Like, no, it's literally got the roots throughout. Like, it's perfect. It's fine. Innovation and impact. I went down a little bit. I gave it a 4. I really like this a lot. It's just that I don't see it being too memorable in the future.
Hmm.
And again, it's innovative, but again, I see a lot of flower shirts. I see a lot of nature shirts and stuff like that. I like them. I want more of them. But can I say they're super 5s because I feel like almost every team has their own version of it at this point, especially League One teams and W teams. So, but again, it's a great shirt. Buy it. 4.25 from me.
Okay. For me, I like the so for me, design and set's a solid 4. I like the blue on or this blue green on blue green. I really like the colors there. I'm gonna call it aqua and teal, whatever that combination. I really enjoy that. So I give it a 4. To your point, I echo the same thing when it comes to authenticity and tradition. I give it a 3 as well. Um, yeah, a lot of people have forests. A lot of people have foliage. But I will say, but when it comes to attention to detail, and that's I give it a solid 5. You can't get better detail on this foliage. I think it was layered well. I like the detail that they put into the drawings. It's not just simple like, oh hey, here's leaves, and let's repeat that pattern a bajillion times. There's quite a few different ones layered in here, and I
Yeah.
can appreciate that and the effort put into each unique design. I really like that. Um,
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually like got like a canvas or something, set down a bunch of leaves and like
yeah,
threw paint on it.
yeah,
Like that's what it looks like to me, which I love.
right. So I like that look of it, that feel of it. When it comes to innovation and impact, I give it a solid 3. I think to the point, it's not going to stand out long term. And yeah, so for me, it is, it's a 3 from across the board. And so for me, I don't quite love this as much as Fox does, but I still think this is a solid hit for me.
Tisk
It's the
tisk.
it's the detailing of the foliage, which I really do appreciate. So for me, that's a 3.75 with Fox's 4.25. Do some quick math there, and you did a 4.0. Now, when it comes to the price for this thing is at $85 retail there from Hummel, so you're getting good quality as well. Um, my number got flipped. Whoops. And so you know you're getting the Hummel quality, and it's gonna be really good. Yeah. And so if you want this forest kit, it's a good value. 47.06. I think this one is really good. I will say this. I know one of the things I really enjoyed about in Naria when they were with the clubs was I love the crest. Every single crest was pure crest porn. I can't say that with Hummel because, as you always say, almost every episode there's layers of quality. You're not gonna say it this time. I did it. I beat you. So, um, I'm curious about that. Is this the really good crest on it for my crest porn.
It has to be for this. You know what I mean?
I
Like
mean, I feel
their
like
crest is
they
so
have to.
good.
Well, it's not even just that reason. They set a standard already. It's one thing to start off with sublimited, and then maybe a few occasional kits have the really nice one. Every kit has the really solid 3D molded kit, I mean crest. I'm curious, so just a note for me.
Yeah, I really hope that it's the nice version.
As do I. But yeah, so a few more images of this kit. Looks really sharp, really good, especially in contrast to the pink. I mean, the salmon color of the home kit. So,
Is it
uh,
salmon? Got a
salmon,
strong L in there. Salmon.
salmon, salmon.
I identify as crest curious.
Goodness gracious. So, speaking of their brother club here, we're gonna go to Ballard FC. And this is one of my favorite kits of the entire year. This thing is just a straight banging kit. It's what I personally search for in a kit. Y'all also know I love to my thing. I love to get loud kits. This kit kind of blends that together, especially as I dive more into the World Cup kits. This feels like it could fit at the World Cup with the amount of detailing into it. So here's the Ballard FC Nordic kit. And if you didn't know, there's a strong population of Nordic people, specifically from like Norway, uh, and Viking history, and all that stuff. The Nordic region, Scandinavian, if that's another way to say the area there in Northern Europe that reside in Ballard specifically, not Seattle, Ballard.
Yeah.
So much so that there's even a museum in the city that this kind of helped, and you see a photo of them added here. They're at this Nordic museum there, and so that's just really cool. I love that they're paying homage to something that I learned more about. This is what kids are supposed to do. I learned that there's a Nordic presence now in Seattle, in Ballard. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like just going through the details on this, you could see all the, I don't know what to call it, but the Nordic like designs throughout it. At first I thought it was just like
tribal patterns.
yeah, the tribal patterns. Thank you. First I thought it was just like a cool red polo shirt. I'm like, oh, this is nice looking, but just the patterns throughout it. Like actually, if you look at Norway's home jersey, the red with the flag throughout it, if you look through the blue, it has like those same ties, crosses throughout it, and it's just beautiful. And the fact that they did that throughout this whole thing, it's just awesome. You got the star at the bottom on the back there that you're pointing out. It's just there's nothing bad about this kit.
Yeah.
Like at first, again, this is one of those shirts though. Like it's going to go good with jeans. You're going to look sharp walking down the road because it's just a nice red polo with like black and gold detailings. But when you look at it, you're like, God, there's just all these details. That badge clearly is one of the higher level ones.
You can definitely see it in the photographs. That is definitely
as metallic
3D. Yeah.
So like,
I love this.
It's clear. Like this is what you want in a shirt.
Yeah.
As you posted on here, and as Frank said, this is why we're here.
Yes, this is why we're here, and we're also here for this reason. Before we dive on, Scissor says there's a huge population of Marshallese people in Springdale, Arkansas, of all places. You know what that means? Springdale, Arkansas. Get a soccer team and do a Marshallese inspired kit.
Do it.
Do it. So, anyways, so this kit is just really fun. I love it. It's, I think, for me, the perfect combination of where I think I want kits to go towards. I think, yes, I love bold. I also love loud, like what I'm wearing right now. But when I see something like this, it's a perfect amalgamation of detailed, so it's not plain, but also clean. And I think this encapsulates that idea. So you get the details with the patterns, you get the classiness with the collar, but they don't overwhelm each other. Sometimes when you have like a map kit with a polo collar, the map kit's too busy.
Yeah.
This pattern is more of a subtle pattern underneath. It's not the main show. The collar helps ties it together. And I think it all just blends so well in great balance. I think the black with the gold is just sharp on top of the red. I think that's a great color combination. Diving into the gold, I think they're just really fun too. And not just like, oh, hey, here's like tan gold. This looks like the crest is made of gold
Yeah, it does.
here. So I
Like
love that. Everything
Louisville City
about
has
this.
one that's like that, but this one looks like you said, like that's 24 karat badge right there.
Yep, exactly. So if you couldn't tell, I give this a perfect 5. There's nothing I can really complain about this. I love this kit so much.
Yeah, we need to get like a graphic that like confetti go poo for the Fives Club.
Right. I mean, I can look real quick. So you talk for a second. Let me see if I can find something.
Some sort of cool GIF where it goes 5. I mean, clearly it's a 5.
I can do this.
There we go.
That's the best I can do. Or for this, even better, because it's time more that I do it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm finding stuff here at this point.
It's perfect. It's exactly what we're looking for.
Yeah, exactly.
But like you said, like just all the details throughout it, and it's not just one simple pattern going through all of it. There's a different pattern on the chest versus on the, I'm going to say, belly. And
belly.
on the back, you got the star that we talked about earlier. There's just all sorts of different things going. So it's so well put together and so well thought out. Like this isn't something that they just thought about, like, oh, let's do a Nordic kick. Yeah. Just real quick.
I will say it's kind of fun that we talked about that like Denmark, Norway, and all them kind of did this. Not Denmark, but Norway kind of did something similar. It wouldn't surprise me they took inspiration from just Hummel's a Danish company.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
this is probably easy for them to
make that connection. Be like, hey, we're a Danish company.
Right. My brother does this art.
Yeah, we're like, oh hey, my third cousin over there, his like great grandfather was this Viking beast of a man. Here's some cool art that he had, or like something like.
Right.
I just already know that this is in their wheelhouse, and I think this is a very, very good coming together of not just like trying to express an idea locally. It's also something that's up the wheelhouse of Hummel with a team with this type of recipe. Now, all I'm asking is more clubs to do something like this, especially northern ones. I'm looking at Madison. I'm looking at Minnesota United even, that have a little bit more of that colder Northern European presence in their teams. Maybe something like this. I think that's pretty cool. If the South didn't have the Latin culture, the North will have the Northern. Will have like Nordic culture. I need more Nordic kicks, please.
Yeah, especially after the Nordic team like posted their Viking team photo.
Yeah.
Like I know we're going to talk about jerseys later, the World Cup jerseys, but somebody was saying like, oh, they just pasted the flag on there. I'm like, please look at the details of these shirts. Like the Nordic flag doesn't have the details that the Nordic team jersey does. Like, grow up. Like this is like a pretty big like influencer or whatever you want to call him, social media person. And I was just like, man, like you're being very lazy when you talk about kids. But we'll dive more into that in a couple weeks.
I'd say we'll dive into it. But yeah, I think This one would compete with any of the national team kits because it's a flawless
Oh, easy.
combination of style, detail, and class all together. And I think that's why this is perfect and has an amazing kit value of 52.63 because this is able to be bought for $95. Yes,
Yeah.
you're getting a high quality Hummel with this, and yes, it's still worth it because of how good it is.
Right. Imagine if they went with the cheaper Hummel. I feel like it would still look good, so we'd probably still give it a 5. Imagine, I just want to think about that kit value.
Speaking of, by the way, speaking of lower quality Hummel and all that, I have a hot take here for you.
Ooh,
So, as we dive into this here, this is something I've been wanting to say. The drip kit from Ford Madison, it lacks because it doesn't have the top tier quality. It's all sublimated.
supplement it.
Even
Yep.
though it's still a cool design, I wish it had that 3D crest badge. That is my biggest gripe with that kit. The reason I don't wear it as much as I want to because I don't like supplemented kits. I prefer my crest porn. But that's just to me. That's a personal itch. You know, it's not really
Yeah.
a hot take. It's just more of a me
No, I
thing.
agree with you. Like,
Topic.
it's one of those things. Like, it's kind of like what we were talking about. Actually, I just sent John a message about this too, about like buying cheaper. Like, I'll say it, buying fakes. There's there's a thing where like if it's a team I care about, I will not ever buy a fake. Like, I'm not really gonna buy USA fakes unless like I need it just right here and right now. Like right now, I can't afford a USA jersey.
No one
So
can.
no, so I can't because I want names. I prefer authentic. So like I'm not going to be sitting there spending $200 on a shirt, but eventually, like I will want to get it when it's on clearance because usually Fanatics has really good clearance shirts
Yeah.
a year or two, so I'll be fine.
See, this is where I see it.
But the way, sorry, let me finish my thought real quick, and
Oh
then
yeah,
you'll
sorry.
probably agree with me. But when you get these websites that you could buy them for like $20, and it's not necessarily a team that like I love and adore, and I want my money to go to them, I don't really care that much because it might be the lower quality, but it's still going to be the nice look.
Mm.
So when I'm thinking about like the supplemented shirts and stuff like that, I agree. Like I prefer to wear like my authentic shirts, even like just my
Mm-hmm.
USA jersey. Since we're in World Cup time, I have a few authentic ones that I bought super clearance. It was like $30 on Fanatics. It was crazy, but I prefer to wear those because they just feel nicer. The crest feels nicer. The shirt itself feels nicer versus whenever I wear my supplemented shirts, they look nice, they look
Yeah.
okay, but you could tell, like you can just tell, and
Yeah.
it's clear. So I understand not wanting to wear the supplement as much as like preferring to get the nicer higher level versions.
I will say when it comes to the like potential fakes, to me, I have one big exception for me. I would buy, especially seeing this down here for an authentic USA kit being $225. I could buy four USL kit or like 3 or 4 USL kits with
Hmm.
that price. I'd much rather do that. But if I did want a USA kit specifically, or even a Canadian kit or a national team kit, me buying a knockoff national team kit that is solid quality for $30, I'm sorry, US Soccer, you're not going to get my money. I would rather spend it on either USL clubs or this cheap fake because I don't buy them often. I don't buy national team kits unless I really want it and it's a small number. So I'd
Yeah,
rather spend the $30 to get something cheap.
I only buy USA kits, except I did get a French kit from somebody,
Oh yeah, that was
you,
me.
but
I got that from somebody.
yeah.
No, it's just the US kits.
Well,
I
that
wish.
ooh, you know what? Point that out too. Point we talk about patches all the time and the extra patch and stuff like that. So Frank said, "Surprise! FIFA doesn't charge an extra $5 for the World Cup patch. You can't get the World Cup patch on an official jersey.
You can't.
No, like if you go to USA.com, like the US Soccer, and buy it from the authentic one, it doesn't come with the patch on it.
You have to go to FanFest and get them added, ironed onto your
Yeah,
kits.
you have to go and like buy a patch and get it ironed on yourself, which is crazy to me because like that's what's special about these shirts. But if you go to these cheap websites, you can
You
get
can
the
get it.
patch for $2.95 and a name on the back for $2.95.
Yeah. See,
And
I always say clubs are different than the national team,
yeah,
and especially when club kits, which I will say this over and over, this is not a hot take for most people. Club kits always look better than national team kits. National team
yeah,
kits are basic because they have to be,
yeah,
and I think they hurt design wise. Even if they look really good, I wear my Irish polo kit from a few years ago. They wore all the time because it just looks good. They're simpler in design, but they are massively upcharged compared to normal club kits. There's
right,
no way you're going to be, that same kit don't be sold for $55
exactly.
because the federation doesn't want to do that or something. I don't know. There's something about it, and that's
Well,
why for
it's
me
special
that
because it's the World Cup right now.
well, yeah, but these prices have been rising every year
Oh
even
yeah, now
before
it's
then,
awful.
and this is all the national team kits, and so
And the
I
tech's not that better either.
no, I always say that's the only ones that I would primarily go to get knockoff. That mean I won't get the Dortmund one cheap because like if they no longer sold them, it might be my only way to get it.
Right. Like there's a
So
Man City, the Dragon kit from last year.
yeah, you
'Cause
can't buy that
this year they
anywhere
had
else.
the horse kit, which was nice, but they had the Dragon kit, and you couldn't get custom name on the Dragon kit from Man City. On
Mm,
this website, you
you
can
could,
get that same Dragon kit. It looks just as good,
yeah,
and you can get Holland on the back and cool like
yeah.
dragon letter font. So
So I will
I'm
say,
just saying.
yeah, I will say, Olive and York is a great resource for their $20 great word mystery kits. I love mystery kit boxes. They're usually here in the U.S., especially ones from like manufacturers
Yeah.
and also like I know some have some sore spots with this company. If you really want to get a decent deal, would also be with Piazza and their
Hat trick box.
Patrick bots. Again, they're all gambles.
Bucks.
They're all gambles.
Yeah.
Given anything, they're all gambles. But I'd much rather spend $15 on a mystery kit from them or a hat trick box. Or you can do what Citadel does and just buy the women national team because they are clearly the better team with the 4 stars.
Those 4 stars.
I love that attitude. I think I actually have more women's kits than I do the men's.
I have
And
I have more men's, but it's just because they go cheaper, quicker.
my favorite of the women's kit would get into that. Oh, there's also this one here. Uh, yes, Frank. Yes, scissors. They
They'll,
actually
they'll
did
send
get
you
my
the
size
correct
right.
size. Is that if the size is the same as what the other size is?
Or if that was the issue with the defect. I don't know.
Right.
It's all its own thing here. But listen, hey, they're all defects. They're all cheap. I always say you get what you get, but hopefully, things that maybe a little better. But this derailed what we were talking about here. I will say we will dive more into the national team kits here sometime between now and July 19th when the final is. Maybe we do it here at the end of the year after we see all the kits in action at this summer's World Cup here, and maybe we're like, hey, I like what this one looked like. I like what this one looked like. Now we'll give you our thoughts on them, and maybe some more hot takes on that national team kits because everyone has opinions on national team kits and they all suck. So, comparatively. So, thoughts. Kit show time.
Chavez
Ah.
decided to go because it's the opening World Cup game. It's in Mexico,
Chivas de
and
Guadalajara.
yeah, see with Chicarito on the back. Just actually,
Ah.
this is one of my favorite number. I know you're very kind of iffy about number names and stuff like that, but that I don't know if you could really see it,
Yeah.
but it's really cool number name
Yeah.
set on the back.
I
So
I appreciate that. That one's nice.
So this is the closest thing to anything Mexico I will wear. I'll wear Mexican Liga MX shirts all day, but and again, like I will rate Mexico kits a lot higher than USA kits easily, but I won't buy or wear them.
Speaking of national team kits, this Czechia keeper kit is really solid, and we'll definitely want to point that out here at the World Cup one. I was doing some research for a protagonist, and there's some bangers out there. And I'm gonna say here is Group A is my favorite kit wise, and I've been doing in all of them. Group A looks good. South Korea's on fire. Mexico looks great. South Africa's away might be my favorite of the entire World Cup.
Yeah, they look sharp today.
Sucks the away kit won't be worn during group stage, and based off today's performance, they're not going to be able to use that in knockouts. So because
have 2 players that's not going to play the next game,
because 3 red cards in one game, 2 for South Africa and 1 for L3. Good, it's chaos. I love it. This is why it's fun. But for me here tonight, I'm watching this Ballard FC Stevie Chow kit. It's just fun. Look at this. It's just fun pattern all over underneath it. And
where'd you get that?
Sleeves. Where?
Yeah.
Their website.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought it from the
I don't know last thing. I thought I bought it for you for a second. No, I didn't get you that
one. So I love this one. It's fun, it's colorful, and yeah. It fits my vibe. I love the artist collab kits every year from them. So, but that is it from us here. This man's already tired, and there's still another World Cup game to go to watch here.
What are you talking about?
You're already watching it. Look at that.
Come at me, bro.
Which, by the way, I have some issues with the with Puma here in the World Cup kits, but we'll get to that here. I keep teasing. I'm doing a whole bunch of research, so I have all this on top of my head right now. So you're to bulge with this information. But that's for a different time. Fox, anything else here before we wrap up here on the evening?
I'll be writing for the Soccer Network for which group is France in? For Group I. So keep a lookout for all those match recaps and reports and stuff like that. So that's exciting.
Go. And keep alert from Protagonist Soccer because I'll be going through all 48 kits in detail with them before our show here on KitSZN. So from us here at KitSZN, happy Men's World Cup Day to all that celebrate. Go have fun and watch some soccer, preferably on Telemundo because you get no commercial breaks at hydration breaks. Yeah. Good night, y'all. Appreciate it. See you next week.